In our lesson 146, I will teach you the modo subjuntivo or subjunctive mode. This is a less used tense in Spanish, okay? So these are a bit more advanced conjugations, but still many of these tenses are quite a bit used in Spanish, mainly to express situations that are hypothetical or desired, or to be ultra polite when we ask or request something from somebody. So in the previous lessons, we saw the modo indicativo, right? Those are the most typical verbal conjugations of Spanish, right? Like the simple past, simple present, present continuous, future, right? All those are part of the modo indicativo. And we saw 15 or 16, I think we saw 16 conjugation tenses of the modo indicativo, okay? So this is the list. I think I'm still missing one. So these are the tenses that we have already seen. Yes, all this is modo indicativo. Now, however, we will see the modo subjuntivo, right? And modo subjuntivo has 6 new conjugations or 6 new tenses. So it has its own presente or present tense, pretérito perfecto o antepresente. It has its pretérito imperfecto o pretérito. It has its pluscuamperfecto o antepretérito. It also has its simple future or future, and its futuro perfecto or antefuturo. Okay. However, since some of these names are the same as the names of some tenses from the modo indicativo, so when the correct thing when we talk about tense is to say the name of the tense and then to specify whether it is from the modo indicativo or modo subjuntivo. For example, futuro simple or simple future, right? Both the modo indicativo and the modo subjuntivo, they have a simple future. So when we talk of it, we say either futuro simple del modo subjuntivo or futuro simple del modo indicativo, right? And that way there is no confusion. So now let's start seeing the first conjugation of the modo subjuntivo, right? We will learn the presente del modo subjuntivo or present tense of the subjunctive mode. So let me repeat again, when do we use the modo subjuntivo? The modo subjuntivo is used to express non-real situations. For example, expected or desired situations, or possible or hypothetical scenarios. Okay? So Spanish verbs, as you well know, are divided into 3 big categories, right? The verbs that end with the letters AR, the verbs that end with the letters ER, and the verbs that end with the letters IR. Each one of those groups of verbs has its own rules, right? That's why we learn separately how to conjugate for each one of those groups. So we will begin with the first group, and we will take the verb hablar, or the verb to speak, as an example to translate into the presente del subjuntivo. Okay? Our example is es correcto que yo hable. It is correct that I speak. Okay? So here, why do we use a modo subjuntivo? Because here there is not actually a real situation, because here in this statement it's correct that I speak, or es correcto que yo hable. Nowhere it is confirmed that I have spoken, right? Or that I will speak. I'm just saying that it is correct that I speak. So there is not a factual situation, okay? That's why this is one of the examples or one of the cases where we use the modo subjuntivo. In this case, presente del modo subjuntivo. Hable, the verb hable is conjugated in presente del subjuntivo. Que you see the word que that translates as that in English. Que is a word that usually goes in this conjugation tense, okay? So here you have another example. Quiero que hables más. I want you to speak more. Or I want that you speak more. In Spanish, we use the word que, okay? That means that. I want that you speak more. So you can see here how we use the word que in these sentences in presente del modo subjuntivo, okay? In the first sentence, the verb is hable because the subject pronoun is I, yo. In the second sentence, it's hables. Why? Because the subject is you, tú, okay? Okay, here we will begin with the first person, with I. Yo hable, tú hables, él hable, or ella hable, or usted hable. Nosotros hablemos, vosotros habléis, ustedes hablen, ellos hablen. Or we can also say que yo hable, que tú hables, que él hable, or ella, or usted hable, que nosotros hablemos, que vosotros habléis, que ustedes hablen, que ellos hablen. As you see, the word que, that means that, is used in these sentences. So here you can see the pronoun usted. It conjugates the same as he or she. However, usted means you. Okay, but the difference with tú is that tú is the informal or friendly you, and usted is the informal or respectful you. And remember, Spanish is a formal language. Vosotros and ustedes, they are both the plural you. And vosotros is the pronoun that is used in Spain, while ustedes is a pronoun that is used in Latin America. So now let's jump into the second group of verbs, right? The second category. Those are the verbs that end with the letters ER. Our example is the verb comer, or to eat. Here's a sentence we can see as an example. Es correcto que yo coma. It's correct that I eat. Okay? Es correcto que yo coma. Or another example, quiero que comas más. Quiero que comas más. I want you to eat more. Or I want that you eat more. The word que, as you can see here too, it means that, and it's accompanying the sentences that are in presente del modo subjuntivo. Ojalá que llueva. Hopefully it rains. You see, there is an expression of desire, of hope or wish. Ojalá que llueva. Now let's conjugate the verb comer for all the persons or subject pronouns. Yo coma, I eat. Tú comas, you eat. Él coma, he eats, or that he eats. Or ella coma, or usted coma. Nosotros comamos. Vosotros comáis. Ustedes coman. And ellos coman. Or we can also say que yo coma, that I eat. Que tú comas, that you eat. Que él or ella or que usted coma, that he or that she or that you eat. Que nosotros comamos, that we eat. que vosotros